and welcome to the Global Talkative Series. Now, this is a platform where we bring people, individuals from different walks of life to come talk about the present challenges that we're facing in our community, especially during this COVID-19. And it's a platform where we rub minds, we engage in discussions that are very close to our hearts. We ask questions and we talk, we discuss, we want to know how we're doing, how this COVID-19 has impacted us in a lot of ways. And today, it's an honor for me to have someone special to me, coming on this platform today, and the person of Dr. Afodike. I'm sure you can see some of us will see. We're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, and we're live on Facebook at the same time. So our guest today is Dr. Ako Ufodike, the chair, National Council Association of Black Conservatives. Good afternoon, Dr. Ufodike. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, Larry, and hello to everyone there in the World Wide Web joining us today.
So I'm trying to send you an invitation on Instagram so that you can, connect to our audience on Instagram.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just send it to you now. So in order to make this platform, reach out for men, for individuals all over the world to see, that's why we're taking this, time to, bring this on all platforms. And Dr. Afodike will be joining us right about now. Okay, you can reduce the volume a bit. Okay, is the noise right? It's okay. So just turn on the volume of your phone or laptop a little bit. Okay.
So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Okay. I can't see you yet. It's still trying to connect to you on Instagram. It's trying to connect on Instagram. I can see you on Facebook and YouTube, but I'm waiting to get you connected on Instagram. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Let's try that again, huh?
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, it should be coming now. So just turn down the volume of the laptop, or yeah. Sorry for all this interference. We're trying to make technology work. Yeah.
Is that working now?
I can't see you. I'm still waiting to see you on Instagram.
I've been told sometimes
it's not the technology that's broken, it's the operator.
Operator, it's possible. And we have very good internet, speed here, so that should be. So for the benefit of our audience on YouTube and Facebook, we're just waiting for Dr. Akolisa to join us on Instagram so that we can have maximize the platform, and then rub minds together and learn from his word of experience. Okay, can you reduce maybe the completely the volume of your phone? Turn it down completely.
Yeah.
So
some kind of interference.
You're not coming up on Instagram. It's still trying to.
Okay.
Instagram feed, because I think that's interfering with everything else.
Okay, you can just, you can just. Okay, our viewers, today, if you're on Instagram, we have Dr. Ako Lisa Ofodike. Because of small interference, so the Instagram version will not be working. It's not working yet, but we have him on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you go to my Facebook Live, you will see Dr. Ako Lisa, right about now. I'm going to post the link to my Facebook channel. I'm going to post it on this on the studio, because I'm streaming from my studio, and then you're gonna see that link where you can just connect to us on Facebook. So that's the link. That link is Diamond Touch X, facebook.com/Diamond Touch X. So you can connect with us on Facebook to be part of this. So let's go right about now into the discussion. And before we start, I would like to read a brief bio about our guest today. Like I said, it's Dr. Ako Lisa Ofodike. He is the national chairman of the Association of Black Conservatives and co-founder of Kainji Resources Limited. He has been involved in political organizing since 2004 and sought a riding nomination for the Progressive Conservative Party in 2015. When he's not busy politicking, he's an accountant and finance educator and a fellow of the Chartered Professional Accounting Association of Alberta. Prior to becoming an educator, he was CFO of Corridor Communications Incorporated, one of the largest wireless internet service providers in Canada. Ako is a certified fraud examiner, CFE, and a certified director, ICD. He sits on the Provincial Audit Committee for Alberta and has sat on the board of US and Toronto Stock Exchange listed companies, including serving as chair of the Audit Committee of TSX Company. Ako has experience serving on the board of several charities, including the Black Business Professional Association, Pure Literacy Guild, and Chinook Council of Scouts Canada, where he was treasurer and later chairman. So that is Dr. Ako in jiffy for you. And let's start by saying, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. And welcome once more to all your viewers on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Okay.
Well, I guess like yourself, we're all adjusting to what may very well be a new normal for some time.
Okay.
Staying healthy, the family is good, and appreciative of the fact that we're still here and kicking in spite of the current environment.
Yeah, we have someone. Fina said maybe you should try again. So let's see if the Instagram thinking will work again. If it works, fine. If not, we'll just stay with the YouTube and Facebook. So
Sure.
Let's try again. Let me just try and send you another. Let me try and send another invitation to see if it's gonna work this time around. So send to you, and because a lot of folks are on Instagram and they would love to be part of this conversation today. We have some guys from Ghana joining us right now. So you can reduce the volume completely from your.
So it sounds like the big issue here is with the feed because it's frozen actually.
Yes, I guess it's the speed of the internet because it's trying to connect as well. It's trying to connect.
Okay. Well, so it looks like we solved the audio issue, so I'll leave that up there just in case.
Okay.
I guess people can hear me right now on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I hope you can see, you can hear Dr. Kolisa on Instagram. Because I can see Johnny. Okay, we have Azuki from Ghana. Johnny, thank you Azuki for joining us on Instagram today. We appreciate you joining us. So if you can,
I was going to say thanks to Fina, our local social media pro, for at least helping us find kind of a midway solution here, right? The video isn't working, but at least the audio is working. That's good.
Okay, so if you can hear on Instagram, well, I think we're good to go. Azuki, can you hear Dr. Kolisa, please? You just type a yes or this is thumbs up. Can you hear Dr. Kolisa? Oh, second here. Oh, that's good. So, let's just continue. So, we have some questions, our viewers, and the topic of our discussion today, is COVID-19. The economic impact on politics and governance and finance. These are huge topics, and we want to know what is the impact of this pandemic on politics, governance, and finance. And we have in this area and discussion and so first, Dr. Kolisa, what is your take on this COVID-19? What was your first response when it happened?
Well, I mean, I guess like most people, I had what I'll call a low level of preparedness, right? Even emotionally, and in terms of awareness, right, to deal with something of this nature. If there was ever a black swan event in our time, this was it. Right? It's not something any one, I guess, could anticipate the severity of. Having said that, obviously, on the public record, there's Obama and Bill Gates saying the world needed to be prepared for something of this nature. But conversely, if you've not experienced it, I guess, most people, including myself, governments alike, had failed to prioritize a response, right, as we've seen. So my initial take was one of just trying to bring myself up the learning curve as an individual, obviously, who work with the public, but also in terms of what it meant for my personal, health and safety, that of my family. And the just as important, right, was the other element of starting to think through what that might mean for my personal economics. So a lot of learning needed to happen in a very short period of time. But I guess like most, I don't in any way say I was ready, mentally, for something of this nature, right? I don't think anyone was prepared.
Nobody's can't be prepared for something like this, and there was no warning, from any part of the world that something's going to happen. So let's go right to the first question we have. On an individual level, the impact of COVID-19 has been global, and truly this will be a pill will pass on to our children and from generations to come. So we're going to talk about the impact on a large scale. Now, the first question is, from the political and government space, what impact has and will COVID-19 have on the way politicians and governments operate?
Right. Well, I guess for one, maybe the more obvious one, when you think of the province that I and yourself live in, Alberta, where it's a predominantly resource economy. A lot of countries, right, globally have some forms of strategic resource for commodities, specifically crude, right? So they'll have crude, wheat reserves. And as we could tell during the pandemic, when initially chloroquine was flagged as a possibility for a cure, countries, rushed to start stocking up on chloroquine, certain medication, in response to that. So one obvious thing that I believe I'll see with governments doing differently will be trying to broaden that definition of what should be held as a strategic reserve to more than just commodities, right? So call it the commodification of perhaps medication as well. There was also a scramble for respirators, face masks. I'm not going to go through a long list here, but I think there'll be a bit of a reassessment in terms of what it is we need to be holding, what it is we need to be selling, giving country sort of production profiles. But just as important would be, a lot of governments will be reassessing what it is they should be producing domestically, right? So just with the advent of outsourcing, as we've seen, through the 90s, NAFTA and the likes of it, a lot of countries, a lot of companies take manufacturing overseas if they see manufacturing as not necessarily being strategic to their overall viability. But again, that was problematic, right? I mean, 3M, if we the 3M case, manufacturing here in Canada for products that were destined, to the U.S. 3M is a U.S. company, and the United States president exercising executive fiat to prevent the movement of goods that were being produced here in Canada being consumed in Canada. So I think, politicians, governments are going to be reevaluating their franchise, their ability to exercise the regulatory franchise over, supply chains. People have thought about that typically in terms of, wartime production or addressing or responding to the threat of, bio warfare, right? But never in terms of dealing with a pandemic. So I think the driver and the way, governments respond and what it is they choose to hold strategic reserves of, and the way they choose to regulate and influence their supply chains, all which appear to be going in an opposite direction from, all the tenets of neoliberalism, which we saw in the 80s and 90s, NAFTA and all of those free trade agreements. I think we're going to see some reversal, right? And going in the opposite direction to try and convert what it is that see as a strategic national reserve.
Okay, thank you very much. So another question is this: could our leaders have been able to prevent community from having this widespread impact? Could anybody or our leaders?
Yeah, I mean, so hindsight is always 2020. So for starters, we'll say, absolutely right. But having said that, no one could really quantify, the extent of the severity, right? We always, I think when the likes of Obama and again Bill Gates, over the last 5 odd years, sort of called the attention of countries and governments to the possibility of something like this happening, it was being framed in terms of a healthcare argument, right? And in my view, deprioritized. When you think of any election, right? I forget what politician said it, but elections are always, he says it's about the economy, stupid, right? But people did not, I don't think anyways, government anyways, have a way to model the potential implication for the global economy. If that had been the case, perhaps it might have been prioritized differently. But speaking to the specific question of could the preparation have been better, the answer is yes, because we weren't unaware of the possibility here, right? But from a risk management perspective, and the fact that you've not dealt with it till you deal with it, no one could anticipate the severity, right? And right now we're paying the price. I think the global economy is expected or has contracted by 6% in the first quarter. We've seen oil prices hit a negative for the first time ever. You've got the country where I was born, Nigeria, where primarily our economy is driven by crude oil and crude oil prices. and frankly, we don't have the market for it right now. The effects are going to, be, last a lot longer because of that failure to prepare. Could we have done a better job preparing? The obvious answer is going to be yes, because we weren't totally unaware of the possibility. But it's very a bit of a latitude that you have to give the government that no one could have seen, no one could have modeled, no risk management model could have modeled, the severity of the impact of the pandemic. The answer is yes as well. It's sort of a tough one, right?
Yes. Thank you very much. So we have another question that says, what should be the key elements we need to look out for from our political parties going forward?
Well, I mean, collaboration certainly across, boundaries. We've seen some of that already. I know that here in Alberta, right? I mean, the province stepped up and assisted some of our, our friends, out east. I believe Ontario and Quebec were beneficiaries of some of Alberta's, PPE stockpile. So I think we're looking for, empathy from their leaders, in terms of government programs to help folks who are, the most severely impacted by the pandemic. You can look at it through the lens of, the Black business community. A lot of, business owners, small business owners, right? People who do not have large corporations. You think of barbers as an example, right? And hairdressers who haven't earned any income in this time. Initially were ineligible, right, for the program here in Canada called the CERB benefits that was being paid. We're thankful to see the criteria for that modified to include, small, non-incorporated small businesses. As chair of the ABC, we did put out a statement sometime last month calling on the need for the Trudeau government to broaden the qualification for CERB benefits to include people who weren't employed and receiving their income on a T4, but those who are reporting their income on what we call a T21-25. So I think the biggest thing that the citizenry will be looking to their government for will be some form of empathy, the ability to collaborate across geographical boundaries, to meet the needs of people obviously in the provinces where they live, and just as important anyways will be the government showing that there's been learnings. The way institutions are built, right, is through the creation of institutional knowledge. So we can't say in the future that we couldn't see this coming because it happened.
Yeah.
So, hindsight is 2020. I think if any government, anytime in the future to show, and I thank you, Alberta, I'm saying all governments, federal governments across the globe, all states, all provinces, the ability to say we couldn't see this coming. I think, like in Monopoly, right? It's our get out of jail card. We've used it once. People will be looking for a coherent, not just a coherent preparation plan, but a coherent response plan for the likelihood that something like this should never happen again in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. We have a question. Let's talk about finance now. No doubt the government of Canada made some positive strides. So the question is, what is your objective opinion on the coronavirus initiative the government have put in place? They put a lot of several initiatives in place. So what is your objective opinion on these various initiatives?
So yeah, and we're against the federal government. So obviously, the program out there. Pardon me. Obviously, get the rebuttal that it's never, going to be enough. But for starters, we've been pleased with some of what we've seen. We've been pleased, how specifically, right, during the advocacy we put out there for the broadening of the PRB to get small down businesses, owners of small down businesses to become eligible. I was also pleased with the broadening of the criteria. Perhaps not as pleased that after the change was made, it wasn't popularized. much. The Prime Minister addresses the country on a recurring basis, as we know, and announces, benefits that are being put out there. The original criteria that said you needed to have been an employee that was laid off was announced by the Prime Minister. When the changes were made to accommodate some of the concerns of small black businesses, it wasn't announced on a large platform. We obviously took some of that advocacy upon ourselves to let black businesses now know that they were eligible. We had a conference call, where the issue was first brought to us with the Black Chamber in Toronto, which is an organization that looks to advocate for issues important to small black businesses. So I guess, for starters, some progress. We obviously understand the need for government to balance what it is they're doing with not having the country or doing that. I believe, right now the projection is that we may be at, national debt levels of somewhere in the $250 billion range for the year done. So if we had a concern that we don't start to use some of the programs and the dollars that are being given out as a means of politicking, right? As somebody who's political, I always look at, how does government balance, through, economic needs with, especially the government, with using our dollars right now to perhaps start to make political statements as well, signaling ahead of an election. I'll use one last example from Nigeria, right, before I turn it back to you. Nigeria had, had some dollars that were meant to be given out in response for COVID. I think it took some like 2 or 3 days. I forget what the actual number was. 17 billion naira in cash, not by direct deposits to people's bank accounts, were given out. Am I, as an individual, persuaded that happened? The answer is absolutely not. Right? And so you can get into situations of wastefulness where people start to use the guise of public policy to frankly misappropriate funds. And I think not suggesting in any way that's what's happening in Canada, but there has to be that balance, right? That we're meeting the needs of the most vulnerable in society without starting to use public spending as a way to prepare for an election.
All right, thank you very much. So our next question is: if you rate the government initiatives in comparison to other countries, what would be your assessment?
Canadian government, I'll say, absolutely. I think we did. We were prepared much better, right? I'll use our neighbors to the south as an example, right? I traveled through the U.S. In the days leading up to the border being closed down. And I'm not saying this, in any way to discourage the U.S. immigration or customs officials. They're still wearing face masks yet. I did not get a question in terms of where I was coming from. Where my journey originated from. It was a direct flight that wasn't coming from China, perhaps, but people transit in different parts of the world, right? But when I came to Canada, and when I landed in Alberta, I mean, obviously there was a much higher level of preparation, right, in terms of information that was shared, instructions I was given to go isolate. There was an initiative, obviously, of the government of Alberta, done in collaboration with the federal government. So I believe, when I look at the response, at least within the North American context, I think we did a much better job than our counterparts, south of the border. The last thing I'll add is, you look at the numbers, right? It's been a difficult time, no doubt. And, we've lost a lot of people, right, here in the province. I believe at last count, we're teasing 200 people. And those are 200 real human beings where there's 200 families that are grieving at the minimum, maybe more. And so, it's still left a devastating footprint, right? I guess here in the province. But I'm still, quite pleased, when I look at where we are today. In Edmonton, I believe it's less than 100 people that are still less than 100 active cases. In Calgary, which still remains a bit of the epicenter, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 800.
Yeah.
You think back 2 months ago, we had about 6,000, odd cases in the province, and now we're down to less than 1,000 live cases. Canada tends to be a tenth of everything the US does, right? In terms of population, economy, and so on. But when you look at how well we've done, in terms of the impact of COVID to human life, the infection rate, we're not 1/10. So I think as a whole, we can say we should be, at least a little proud that we handled this better than perhaps our friends south of the border.
Okay, now a little bit out of this topic. This thing question came up when I was having some days ago. The same question is coming up. Who do you blame? America or China? Who is COVID-19? Who blame?
Well, so if you had to, so it's not about blaming, human beings, right? I mean, as an individual here who's watching, a leadership contest, right, unfold here with the Conservative Party, there's actually been, what I as an individual consider as racial slurs, right, that have been made towards, our Asian and Chinese friends.
Yeah.
And an increase, obviously, in race-related attacks, right? So, I respond to the question without necessarily, apportioning blame in that manner, but I'll speak to it through government responses, right? So, was there a concerted effort to be guided with what was being made public out of China by the Chinese government initially? The answer is absolutely yes. I think that's factual on the public record. Nothing reflecting on Chinese people, but the commentary on government response. In addition to that, there's a lot of denial on the part of the United States government, right? Even when the rest of the world was now starting to acknowledge that perhaps they did not understand the full extent of what was going on in Wuhan, and countries have started putting in, meaningful programs to respond. The answer is yes as well. So I think that's just the way I respond to it, right? Certainly some government lapses on both sides. But one of the things that people will expect their governments to do differently, right? And I limited my response initially within a Canadian context when I talked about collaboration across provincial boundaries. I'll extend that now to that countries, citizens of individual countries will now expect greater collaboration across geographical boundaries, right? So here, I imagine, people will expect that whether it's all the multilateral agencies out there, the UN, WHO, and individual countries, whether it's the Chinese government, the Canadian government, or the US government, will be demanding greater collaboration, right, amongst their agencies. And working in silos and being guided only with information, I think, is one reason why the pandemic perhaps might have gotten did.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have a question. Given the circumstance that is going on right now with the pandemic, what do you project as to be the impact of COVID on world financials?
Yeah, so we've seen the devastation, right? I mean, like I said, something like 6% of global GDP, eroded. The world consumes 100 million barrels of oil daily. 30 million of that has evaporated. The aviation industry is at risk, as it is. So near term, over the next year, I'll say devastation, right? Between oil prices, going into the negative, for any country who produces oil or the economy will even be more severely impacted. In Alberta and other jurisdictions where you have a strategic reserve, or perhaps you have pipelines to evacuate products, we might be slightly more insulated than countries like Nigeria, where we don't have pipelines to evacuate, right? We have, Trans-Ricardos, Trans-Descardos, 2 or 3 pipelines that we use for evacuation, and 2 or 3, a handful of evacuation points. And we have no storage, right? The government doesn't have a strategic reserve. I think those countries will be more vulnerable. I think the forward-looking the curve for oil is in contango, like we say, right? So, much lower prices in the short term and, perhaps some recovery in the longer term. So that, I think, the forward curve, right, for oil, I think is really reflective of what the global economy looks like, which is, hurting significantly in the near term with some recovery in the midterm. Having said that, do I think this will be as devastating as the recession? Now, this is an Alberta-centric response. Alberta went through a period of recession between 2014 and 2017, perhaps the longest recession we've ever had. Do I think this will be that? Will have long-term implications? My answer is no, I don't believe so, because with a little luck, we might have some of the travels, some of the spending that's been might just have been deferred, right? So once resume, perhaps with a little luck, we'll have higher load factors with the airlines, for example. So if they've been traveling, if during summer months, load factors that's in the 60s, perhaps in the 80s or 90s, so they might make up what's been lost, but certainly the way it will be recovered. So, I think we're already starting to see the impact. I think maybe over the next 2 years or thereabouts, we should start to see some form of recovery when it comes to global economy.
Okay, can you please reduce the volume of your laptop and phone, because people are still having some echoes from your end.
Okay, is this better now?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it better?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay. So our next question is: what steps can an individual take to improve their loss in the days to come? What steps can we take?
Sorry.
What steps can we take as an individual to better improve our laws, our lives, in the days to come?
I'll say everyone's preoccupation really should be about their physical health and their mental health, really. There's nothing to start thinking about or worrying about economic recovery for those who might have lost their jobs, for those who believe their jobs might be at risk once the pandemic is over, right? And when some of the government programs start to run out, like the SERB benefits. But I'll say the economic issues should follow, should be, in my view, deprioritized. We've seen an increase in mental health issues, as a result of COVID. I came back and I talked about being in self-isolation. And for 2 weeks, I didn't step out of my door, right? I mean, it felt like I'd been in, I got some understanding of what it must be like to be in prison, because I did take the self-isolation guidelines seriously. So there's definitely increased stress levels. I imagine there's partners, spouses who haven't been at home together. For the amount of time they've been together, I guess within close proximity, given the pandemic. So people need to find ways to manage their physical health, but also attend to issues of mental health, ensure that they're not exposing themselves to undue stress, defining coping mechanisms, and exploring the programs that might exist out there to support people through difficult times of this nature. I would say everyone's priority. And issues around economic challenges that might follow shortly. I think everyone's priority. Issues around might follow. I think.
Okay, so while I was reading your bio, that was a bit of part of the story that you've been into politics at some point. So, what inspired you to go into politics in the first place?
Maybe I'm a sucker for pain. I say to do politics, right? You need to you need to be just the right amount of crazy. But on a serious note, it really came from a place of service. A place where I had concerns that were broader than myself. I believed I could take on a role. There was a place for me to take on a role to advocate for issues that were important to my community, to my constituents when I ran. And when I ran as a provincial conservative nominee back in 2015, and when I did so in Nigeria, because I felt that I had something in form of a brain trust that I could offer to the people of State. I'll just spend a little more time on that question, right? And I'll speak about two paradigms. So in Nigeria, right, I mean, it's really unfortunate that people who can truly contribute to the overall betterment of the country have left politics to folks whose primary motivations, are self-serving. We sit on the sidelines and we're what I call we're Twitter politicians, right? And so, or Instagram politicians or Facebook politicians. We need it was a bit of a call to action, frankly, to tell people that they are viable candidates outside of the traditional candidates that people get to see in elections. When I ran in Nigeria, I used the analogy: everyone who was running was former something, right? Former minister, former this, former that, and I'm like, the days are done where we could spin it's time to talk about future of this, not former that, right? And so that was my motivation. Clearly, structural issues around that effort, but it was, in my view, deliberate and impactful nonetheless. I got to develop a relationship with an individual who was the party candidate for one of the senatorial zones in Lagos, whom I developed a relationship with because I ran after I ran, and so even without knowing it, right, you're impacting people, you're leaving an impression, and helping people who have something to offer come out of the woods, right, and put their name forward. Who won that nomination was the candidate for the major party. Unfortunately, he did not win the election, but I was quite pleased to see someone who, in their early 30s, become a senatorial candidate for the party in question. So Canadian led, my response is slightly different. I mean, I've lived in Canada for 20 years, right? Over 20 years, I mean, to be exact. And I find that, every few years, every 10 or 15 years, I mean, a Black political leader comes along. And the concern was we need to normalize Black people in politics, right? I'm tired of talking about, of us still talking about a lot of milestones, right, in 2020. So it's time for us to start to figure out the mechanism to harness our members. There's quite a few of us in this country, but to do that, we have to go out and generate political awareness. So when I ran for office, that was the intent. We did one of the earliest, trying to see the very first membership drive within the Nigerian community here in Alberta, Calgary, and Edmonton. And thereafter, obviously people got involved and stayed involved. I think 10 years ago, right, maybe a couple of Black people, conservative party board across the province. I believe right now, the number is 7 riding, which is what we'll call the Nigerian maybe 20-some of have from the board, including one of the board I'm super proud of, where both a dad and his son, both Africans, sit on that board. So initially it was a means to get to obviously go advocate for those issues that were important to the riding I was looking to run in, where I worked in as well. But afterwards, there was some reflection that said we need to take this and make it into a movement that will go out, be intentional and deliberate about recruiting Black people to come to part in politics.
Yeah.
We don't want to take Canadian politics because we're benchmarking Canadian politics against politics back home, which is politics for, pardon my
using this creature's word, but
look at politics not fully screen people, right? It's not the case here. Here, I mean, the great works, right? You can influence who becomes the leader of the party. And right now, in general elections, my idea is that you now need to start getting yourself in elections, because you can decide become the leader of a party, whether it's the Liberal Party, the NDP, or the Conservative Party, of which I'm a proud athlete by becoming a member of that party. It's $10, right? Or 15.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, no matter how much you pay to become a member of that party, your vote isn't going to count.
Oh.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But over here, you can be certain that your vote will count. So it's a way of just making, increasing, political awareness in the Black community, also being a voice on the national stage.
Okay, so we're going to dwell more on that topic. Person of color going to politics, especially here in Canada or other part of the world. Now we have Olutonda joining us. Thank you very much on Instagram. Thank you, Irene Joe, for joining. He's saying true word. The professor is talking. Thank you for those who are joining on Instagram. Sorry for the blackout. It's probably some technical fault here and there. But if you want to see, we're broadcasting live from Facebook and also on YouTube and on Instagram. So going back to the topic of politics, what of advice will you have for immigrants who are coming into this country? Because like you said, politics here in Canada is different from politics in Nigeria or other part of Africa, because we're much more matured in this part of the world. And what can we do? Number one, because I'm proud, to see Minister Kissy Madu, a Black person in government, Senator Thompson, in Toronto, and other part. I have a friend of mine, Jeff Ajiboye, in Fort Saskatchewan. So what can we do more to have person of color, coming out? What can we do?
Well, so engagement, right? I look at it as a spectrum, right? So not everyone might be inclined to run, and I would argue not everyone should be running for office, right? But everyone certainly should be voting, right? Everyone should be involved in trying to be part of a block vote, right? I don't think anyone should ever go to vote in a general election or a nomination and show up alone, right? At least, dad, mom, grandma, grandpa, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, in the case of a nomination, any child over 14 along with you at the barest minimum. That's one vote. And then if you can become part of a larger bloc, like, which is what we're doing here in the Association of Black Conservatives, even better, your voice becomes more impactful. The two things that are required to gain political influence, and it's numbers and the ability to participate in financing campaigns, helping out with volunteers, what I'll call resources, right? You're either contributing to campaigns, helping campaigns as a volunteer, which is, people's time is just as important as your money, but you're either contributing resources or you're bringing in your numbers, hopefully both. So part of what we're looking to do here is increase civic engagement. People can get involved in many ways. You might not be inclined to run for office, but I'll encourage that if you volunteer for a candidate who's running for office, irrespective of their weight, right? So, in your local community, if you believe that there's 3 candidates running and one of them stands for the values you believe in, go out and have that candidate for a long time, help them do what you can, right? And when you progress to joining, a provincial and federal application board, attending AGM, very proud to see that the Provincial Conservative Party AGM, the last AGM, was one where, clearly, we could tell we were even political maturity when I looked around and saw the number of black people here in attendance. So it's not running. It's a spectrum. It could be everything from giving $10, $20 to your candidate. When I ran for nomination in 2015, there's an individual that I still maintain close, healthy relationship with. I'm inclined to say perhaps, maybe in the early 20s at the time, maybe even a teenager, that contributed something like 25 of my campaign. It mattered, right? That working from a distance and willing to what I'll call so there are many ways to get involved. I'm happy to obviously through the technical guests of Black Conservatives have a conversation with politically. I'm not saying we want to get involved politically, and it's not anything.
So you're saying that your doors are open for those who need mentoring to go to politics, because I'm hearing with support. I love to be there. I'm taking notes. People are taking notes that, okay, professor is talking, we need to take notes. How do we do it? Because one thing is this, if you know how to do it, there's something about, you can be doing politics, but you have to know the right way to go into politics. You have to understand how it works, because definitely the way it works in other part of the world, in Africa, is totally different from the way it works here. For example, in Africa, if you support a political campaign, if you do something, whether you give money or you give some form of support, the person is expecting that once to get into office, something should be given to him. But it's totally different here. Or am I right or wrong?
You're spot on. You're totally right. I mean, you don't trade favors here, right? I mean, you'd go to jail if you do that, right? I mean, the way politics is done, certainly, I mean, in certain parts of Africa, right, including where I was born, the point is, you can be passive, right? You can sit on the sidelines and say, well, I wish the government was doing more about getting pipelines built. Or you can go influence, you can go influence the electorate to make your candidate, who you think might be on the right side of certain issues you believe in, make them get elected. Or you go run, or you support someone because they share your values, not because they're looking to trade better favor. Your assessment is important, right? As individuals, I know that black people are political, right? I mean, when you think of our local grassroots organizations, the amount of conversations we have, everyone's opinionated in a good way. There's diversity of thought. My Igbo friends say, whereas they don't have kings, right? If you try to put up an opinion, even if it's viable and coherent, people who put up the opposite, right? Sort of diversity if handled properly, subjected to rigor, I think can help us become a lot more political. Because ultimately, it's about helping get candidates who share our ideals, who share our values, who meet up to our expectations on certain things, grasp of economic issues, which I think will be front, right, and center over the next couple of years. Helping those people get in there to do what it is that you've been criticizing on the sideline.
Yeah,
that's the primary reason why you involved in Canada.
Yeah,
that's this is the wrong country.
Yeah, because a lot of us growing up in Africa, seeing the backside of politics, and it has affected a lot of our psyche. That no, I don't want to do politics. In fact, they have a word. They said politics is a dirty game. I know that from Nigeria. I've heard that, politics is a dirty game. Don't get involved. Don't be involved. Or once you get to the office, something. It's an opportunity to make money. We're rich. We're good. But that is not the way it is done here. And that is why I think we should, have this discussion, more and more to, synthesize our community, to let them know that the way you've done politics back home is different, is totally different, and that you can, if you ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers. What do you think, sir?
Yeah. So, I couldn't say it better myself, Larry. So if you're someone who has ever said, I have great ideas, I would have got into politics, but it's dirty, right?
Because
you're thinking of it in terms of how personal experiences from, where you've come from. I think you need to reassess that right now, because you're using a frame of reference that isn't necessarily applicable here, right? That's not suggesting that politics is easy as well, right? But at least your voices, I've been here for 20 years. Never seen a general election where, somebody ran away with the ballot. Okay. You think of, the amount of time and how painful it is to vote in Nigeria if you've ever voted in Nigeria. And then you compare that to how easy it is to vote here, right? You don't even know what's happening. There's an election. It's quiet. Everyone is civil. I can't be more thankful for being a Canadian citizen and being able to take part in a political, system where you can do so without feeling that your personal safety is at stake, or feeling that you need to compromise on your values, right? To participate in the process. Obviously, different people have different frames of references, and people sometimes you see that perhaps in some elections where candidates start to attack themselves personally and so on, whether maybe a little more adversarial in the US perhaps than it is here in Canada. But I'm saying the frame of reference, using the frame of reference of where we're coming from, where some of us were born, is only the wrong frame of reference, right? So absolutely no excuse not to get involved here, I'll say.
Thank you very much, Professor Akolisa. I think we need to bring you more again. We need to bring you again to really, because we have a lot of questions around getting involved in politics. How much, do I need to be a rich person? Well, we've got like 5 minutes more to end this broadcast. And I'm thinking we need to do a second part to this broadcast to really delve into, how to go into politics, being from an immigrant perspective, from diaspora. You need to know, okay, these are the parties, here in Canada, and what you need to do, how to register, which party, or what to do, how to support. We're going to bring you again. I'm sure I'm going to connect with you again to get, have this conversation again. And then by then, we're going to have you live on Instagram. It's been a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate all you do and the examples, and being a mentor for so many. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate all what you do. Thank you so much. And I want to say happy birthday to your wife in Arias. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Before I let you go, I'll just do a quick plug here. Absolutely. Love to talk politics any day, any time. In the meantime, and while we're sort of the Association of Black Conservatives, we're looking to advocate for issues for all Black people. So website is still in the work, but there's a Facebook page. Please, follow us, look for us on Facebook, Association of Black Conservatives. We're also on Twitter as well. Feel free to reach out to me with a friend request personally. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm the worst for social media, but I primarily do activities on Facebook. But please look for the Association of Black Conservatives on Twitter, on Facebook, certainly, on Instagram. Follow us out there, and we'd love to politics again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to bring you back. We're going to schedule another time to talk politics into details, because I know got a lot of questions, and by then we're able to sort out all the technical issues. Thank you very much, Dr. Akolisa. We appreciate your time today. Thank you. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you very much.
It's a real pleasure.
Doing what you do, right? Always a pleasure to see
one was representing, like you say, and
your voice to
us, right? So good job.
Thank you very much.